Good morning, happy Thursday. Welcome to Energize Live. This is where we make magic in the mornings. We've got a little galactic situation going on here this morning with the Star Wars theme song because yes, I do have a brand new cup. Look at this. It's amazing. It's amazing. So, welcome to Energize Live. I already debuted the cup on stories this morning. I mean, it's incredible. It is a corksicle, so you can go take yourself right to the corksicle website. I linked it in my stories. It is a Star Wars cup. It is. So we have the Star Wars soundtrack playing this morning. If you think that I don't have other really cool, I have cups sitting right over here that are going to blow your mind, but I cannot show. You have to wait. They make their own debut. They get their own spotlight. They get their own debut. I have one that I can't wait. I cannot wait to show you. It's like I'm on a hunt now, you know. It's what cute cup can we debut every morning for first thing. Because now I use them for first thing. I use them for my ice. Look at that. It's amazing. I love it so much. It's so great. And I'm looking at others right now that I wish I could show you, but I cannot. I cannot show you. You will have to wait, and every morning they will get their own spotlight and their own debut, and they have to have their own, their own situation. So, that's that one right there. It's really good. It's so good. So here's the cup that we're using this morning for Energize. Let's get some Energize going. Already had my first thing. So time for some Energize. We took a little jaunt over to Epcot yesterday afternoon. I don't even know what time we went over there. I don't know, it was like 4, and we all had most of our work done for the day. So we took a little jaunt over to Epcot, took a walk around, managed to dodge the rain, and we rode Spaceship Earth yesterday, which I can't tell you the last time I rode Spaceship Earth. It's been, my gosh, years and years since I have ridden Spaceship Earth. So we rode Spaceship Earth, we rode Soarin', we took a jaunt around the countries, and just spent a couple hours over at Epcot yesterday afternoon. And I was on the hunt for new cups over there, but I had already ordered these. And when I came home, they had arrived, and I knew that I had at least this one to show you this morning. So I linked it on my stories earlier. If you want it, just go to the Corksicle website, and they have a tab that says collabs, pop under Star Wars, but I linked it in my stories, so you can go get that. And I'm just really on a hunt for all these different little tumblers because they're so perfect for first thing. Let's be honest. Could I use this and just put a little bit of water and set it in? Yes. Could I use cups that I already have and use it? Yes. Yes, I could. What fun is that? There is no fun in that. So now I'm on a hunt to find the cutest cups that I possibly can for my first thing every morning. And I've been taking it now for a few weeks, and it's game-changing. It's game-changing. Sarah, you're asking me if I'm mixing Energize with Emergency. Sarah Locke, are you new to Energize Live? Are you a new member of our Energize Live family? No shade. I'm just asking. Just tell me that first. Are you new to Energize Live? Also, listen, who's requesting to go live? You already know. Marina, I think you probably hit that accidentally. I always have to turn off. Am I mixing vitamin C in first thing? No, girl, I already had my first thing. I've already had it. Girl, are you new? Are you new to Energize Live? No. Listen, we've had this conversation. When do we take first thing? We take it like the name sounds. We take first thing, Okay, first thing is always first thing. You want that incredible nootropic. You want all that brain health. You want that immunity booster. You want all of that in your brain first thing. Marina, are you newer to watching Instagram Live? Because I think that's common. I think that's so interesting. Because we often get that people request to go live. They're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Like I hit the wrong button." And so it's interesting that, does it appear like you have to request to join to watch? I find that interesting. Because I always want to try to figure out where the disconnect is so that I can kind of coach around it. Like, here's what you're going to do. Here's what you're going to experience. So when you are on Instagram and someone's going live, you just join. You don't have to do anything else. You just go press on that little button and there they are. There they are. So this is Strawberry Lemonade Energize, which needs to be in everyone's cabinet. Everyone's cabinet. It is collagen and it is emergency. It's so good. So, just because I'm referencing first thing this morning, first thing is taken first thing. So I get up at 5 in the morning. No, Catherine, that is incorrect. It's incorrect. Listen, yes, there's a lot of gray area in life. You know, honestly, you can do whatever you want. You could take a bath in first thing, whatever. However, it was designed to be taken a certain way for you to get the most benefits. So let's go over that one more time. Wake up. Drink first thing. Now, if you need to, take something because this is super potent, okay? It's very potent. The thing is a wonder drink, right? It is a health shot. It is making your brain healthier. It is making your immunity healthier. There's so much that's happening with this, and sometimes it can make people feel a little off if they drink it on an empty stomach. Totally get that. So Isabel Deichler, who created this, like, I'm gonna be super honest with you. I'm gonna be very honest. Let me get this, and I'm gonna say this with love. We are not smarter than the people who created this. Okay? That's like, we're not smarter than the people who create the programs. We're not smarter than Darren O'Lean, who created Shakeology. JJ, are you about to teach a class? Are you about to teach a class? Did you just get done and you're about to teach another one? She's up teaching at like 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. and 5 a.m. teaching East Coast time classes finally on Beachbody On Demand. We got East Coast classes. Now listen, I'm all for the East Coast time frame. Could we get one at 9? Can we get one at 9 rather than 6? But listen, can we talk about JJ being just a badass and getting up at 3 a.m.? Well, first of all, you're probably up at 2 a.m. to get ready to teach a class at 3 a.m. Pacific time so that East Coasters could have an actual class at 6 a.m. and then taught again at 4 a.m. so that East Coasters could have a class at 7 a.m. Like, badass. Completely badass. So, question about first thing. Okay, I'm going back to it. I'm going back to it quickly. Listen, when people create something, it's not that it can't be made better, but they create it with a protocol. So we'll take, since JJ's on here, if she's telling you to do something on a bike, it's because she's the expert, she knows what she's doing, and she's telling you to do something for a reason. Of course, you accommodate and you tweak that and you maneuver that a little bit to accommodate maybe what's happening in your own personal body. But when a trainer or a creator or tells you something from experience and knowledge, and you're like, you know what, I'm actually not going to listen to that, I'm going to do my own thing, I'm like, what are you doing? You know, it always makes me laugh when Joel says in in Lift More, when something will happen, he'll go, it's almost like I knew what I was doing. And you have no idea how many times I felt like I said that, especially when I was teaching group exercise. People are like, oh my gosh, like you hit that right on the music. I'm like, it's almost like I knew what I was doing. It's almost like I practiced. It's almost like I had experience. So remember that. If a trainer tells you something, it's a trainer wants you to get the best results. Your coach wants you to get the best results. Your coach, your trainer, your mentor, they want you to succeed. So if they're telling you something, if the creator of a product is telling you something, it's because they want you to succeed, okay? And I just go off the premise that that trainer, that coach, that mentor who created this program, this product, whatever it is, likely knows more than I do. So I'm gonna go with it because they want me to succeed. Cool? So just saying that. And back to first thing, it is made for you to take first thing. That's why it's called first thing, okay? If it makes you a little because it is so incredibly potent, then have a little, this is from the words of the creator, not me. The words of the creator, Isabel Deichler, have a little almond butter before and then have first thing. Do not have a meal. Do not, no. It is made for you to get up and get it into your brain so that your brain gets healthier, your immune system gets better. Like that's how it needs to work. That's why it's called first thing. But you can take a little spoon and lick a little almond butter, have a little almond butter, have some water. I always have some water, then I drink it. And then I go back and I get ready. And then I come back half an hour later and I make my Energize. And I go on about my day. Your body will adjust to the awesomeness of this. Likely, if you're a little bit nauseous or a little bit whatever, it's because you've never had anything this potent and you've never had anything that works like this. That's okay. That's why you're taking it now, right? It's like doing a ride with Jennifer and then being like, oh my God, I've never had my legs this sore. That's okay. That's why you do it. So you get better. So you learn. So your strength grows. Like you get healthier. You live your best life. Like that's why we do that kind of stuff. So if you're like, it makes me feel a little in the morning when I take it, right away, have a little almond butter, have a little something, and then take it and then go off, shower, brush your teeth, get your clothes on, do your thing, come back, and then make your Energize. And then go on about the rest of your life. I hope that answers questions about first thing. Okay? Follow the way it was designed because there's a reason why things were designed the way they were designed. I am not going to get in a gym and do a workout with Joel Freeman and tell Joel, well, actually, why we should design the program this way. Not if I'm doing his program. Like, he's designed it because he's the expert on that program. I'm not going to get on the bike and tell Jennifer, actually, I'm going to do it this way. No, like, do the thing the expert is telling you to do. There's a reason why it was designed that way. There's a reason why it works. You have to remember that your coaches, your trainers, your mentors, they want you to succeed. I see this in the coaching business all the time. So my upline told me to do this, but I want to do it. I'm like, do you not understand that your upline coach desperately wants you to succeed? That's why they are doing what they're doing, because they have such a passion around helping people step into their potential and help them live their very best life. Your coach wants you to succeed. Why would they tell you something that makes you fail? That makes no sense. That literally makes no sense. That makes no sense. Why would your trainer tell you something that would make you fail? Why? That was my rant this morning that I did not expect to go on. So, I did have a topic today. Let's just look at the cup again, okay? Let's just look at the cup again. It is a corksicle cup. I linked it in my stories, so you can go back and look at the corksicle cup and go get yourself one. It's perfect for first thing. I use it for ice, for Energize here. You could use it for bevy later. You could use it for Energize. I like my Energize, in a little taller cup, but you could also use it for Energize. If you prefer to drink your Energize a little stronger and smaller water, you could absolutely, how cute. And it's got a little lid. You could put your little straw right there. So I think these little tumblers are multi-use. I think they're so awesome, and since I've discovered them, I love them so much. Okay, so that's that. I did have a topic for today. Would you like me to share it? Would you like to talk about the topic that I had in my head today? Shall we go outside and look at the sunrise? Let's go outside and look at the sunrise. It was kind of a stormy night yesterday afternoon, so I don't know what kind of sunrise we're going to have this morning. Oh, everybody's going to get up. Ladies up. Oh, wow. Can you see? I don't know if you can see this. Can you see this? You can't see this well, but the sun is reflecting on my put. Catherine, never be sorry. You had a very valid question. Don't apologize for asking a question. Only women do that. Knock it off. Do not apologize for asking a question. One of my goals in my life is to help women ask better questions. So do not apologize for asking questions. Let me go back. Hold on. I see. Okay. Maria, do I chug it or drink it slowly? Maria, have you tried first thing? Because if you have, Maria, 2 questions. Are you a Team Beachbody coach? And 2, have you tried first thing? I'll wait till you answer those. Oh my gosh, wait. Let's get over here. You have to see this. I gotta get over here so you can see it. Oh my stars. I don't know. Where is it? You might. There. Can you see that? Look at that squiggly. Look at that. Look at that. Can you see that? Like, oh my goodness. Let's go up here. If I step in poop to show you this cloud, you're in big trouble. Look. Can you see that? Oh my goodness. That is incredible this morning. Wow. That is incredible this morning. It's part of one of my most favorite things that we get to do every day is we get to watch the sunrise. Okay. So yesterday I was on a mentoring call with some coaches and we were talking about, and so I thought I'd bring this to you so we could actually have a conversation around it. We were talking about as coaches talk about their business and they invite people to maybe join them in their wellness boot camp or maybe even as part of their business, we were talking about what are reasons why people tell them no. And I love talking about this because I find it so interesting because so much of life is 80% psychology and 20% strategy, right? 80%, hold on one second. There we go. Is 80% psychology and 20% strategy. So I love understanding what people are hearing so we can help them better answer those questions. And when we asked these coaches that we were mentoring yesterday, like, what do you hear when you invite someone to join maybe your wellness boot camp or you invite someone to join your team because this opportunity might change their life? What kinds of responses do you hear? And the one I wanted to share with you today, because I thought was so interesting, and I would love to know if you hear this, and I would love to know what your response is, oh, I could never do what you do. I think that's so interesting that they hear that a lot. I could never do what you do. So those of you that are in any kind of network marketing business, whether it's Team Beachbody or anything else, or you're in the health and wellness space, maybe whatever it might be, have you ever heard that, we'll air quote it, objection? Or have you ever heard that as a reason why someone can't join your wellness boot camp, or I call it Sweat Nation, join Sweat Nation, or to join your team as a coach? Just, I could never do what you do. So if you've heard that, just yes or no in the comments. Can you hear those birds over there? I don't know where they are, but I can hear them. We did have a bird land in here last week. It was so cool. Yeah, Melissa, well, I don't know if I agree with that, but okay. So the overwhelming answer is yes, you hear that. I can't do what you do. Okay, now here's my question. If you know that, and you also know that likely you had that same thought, and you have figured out that it's really not that complicated, what do you think you could be saying on your end or doing on your end to take that off the table before it even comes up? What could you be doing? What misconceptions are people having when they're saying, I can't do what you do? What are they thinking in their mind? What are you saying back to them? What are you asking back to them? What question are you saying back to them when they say, oh, I can't do what you do? What does that mean to them? Did you feel like that before? And then what have you figured out? What are you saying on your end to combat that? No, you don't. No, you don't. KJ Kaler 83. No, you don't. Because if you wanted to do it, you would do it. So no, you don't. Let's not make it more complicated. Let's not make it more emotional. Let's not attach some story to it. Either you want to invite because you want to build a business that's going to create a life on purpose, or you don't. You don't. So that's a great question. What part makes you feel like you can't? That's a great question, Jen, because we don't really know what people are thinking, right? We don't really know what it is that they're seeing that they're saying they can't do. What is it that they're seeing that they can't do? I would get this question when I was teaching a lot of group fitness classes, because group fitness is my passion. That's how I even got started in all of this. I mean, I've taught for 21 years. I'm actually coming a little bit out of retirement next weekend for the Orlando Super Saturday, and I'm teaching a little bit, teaching a live workout a little bit. So I would hear this objection sometimes when I was teaching, oh, I can't do what you do, because for whatever reason, and here's where we have to remember, assumptions are the most dangerous. Assumptions are the most dangerous. Because people were assuming that in order to build an online business, they also have to be teaching group exercise. Did I ever say that? No, I did not. So isn't that interesting that people assume that? I also hear from people when I talk about my Compass coaching program, people will go, do I have to be a coach on your team? Why are people assuming that? Do you see how assumptions are the most dangerous? So someone says to you, I can't do what you do. Why? What are they assuming? What are they assuming? And I know that can be frustrating, because you're living a life that clearly it can be done. It can be frustrating. And at the same time, I want you to consider, when do you make assumptions about other situations? And what do you wish you knew? What do you wish someone would ask you to help you get rid of those assumptions? Assumptions are the most dangerous. Assumptions and expectations. If you got rid of two pieces in your life, in your mindset, that could change everything, it's to get rid of assumptions and it's to get rid of expectations. So what are they assuming? And this isn't, we're not going to come up with some sort of be all end all answer. What I want you to start understanding is we all are viewing people and seeing only a tiny sliver of the puzzle. So someone is viewing you and seeing only a tiny little sliver of the puzzle. And then they're coming back to you, but I can't do what you do. So for example, what if they see me get up at 5 a.m. and they have a newborn baby? They're like, but I can't do what you do because I get up at 5 a.m. Have I ever said that in order to build a business, be healthy, work out, live your best life, move to Florida, whatever, that you have to get up at 5 a.m.? I've never said that. That is an assumption. But if I know in my mind that people might assume that, could I talk about that preemptively? Because what's my goal? My goal is to get this opportunity, these tools, these resources, this beautiful situation, these products, these programs, these tools, this community, like everything, into the hands, into the lives of as many women as possible. What's my goal? To help as many women step into their power and their potential as possible. Okay, if that's my goal, then I have to make sure I know what do they mean when they say they can't do what I do? And then how do I preemptively take care of that? How do I preemptively take care of that? Rebecca, I'm going to say this with love. Here's Rebecca's comment. For me, it's that I've been told no by women who've then later joined another coach on my team. Rebecca, get over yourself. Who cares? Awesome that they found their person. They weren't your person. And guess what? They're still on your team. Who cares? The bigger mission here is we are trying to help women and men, humans. For me, I focus more on women. We're trying to help humans live their healthiest life. If you are not the person to connect them with the products, programs, and tools, and someone else is, awesome. The goal is to get them connected. The goal is to get them connected, because here's what I think. The more people that we have in this world, on this planet, moving their bodies, getting good nutrition, reading some personal development, connecting with a community, making a little more money, the more people we have doing that on this planet, the better the planet is. And if I'm not the person to connect them with that, but someone else on my team is, awesome, get connected. Because that just makes the world a better place. World a better place. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to see. Oh my gosh, Crystal, that's a great book. It's a super great book. I've read that book. Gosh, that book is several years old, isn't it? I think 2019. 2019. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Okay, does that make sense in this conversation? I find that one objection common and so interesting. Like, oh, I could never do what you do. So, what are you putting out there that they might be seeing and assuming? You can't control their assumptions. We know that. But what are you putting out there that they might be assuming? And if that's an objection or something that you hear, what could you be seeing on your end to preemptively take care of that? That was what I wanted to bring to you today. Maybe it's not the most exciting, sexy topic, but I think our conversations also are around how you can live your best life, how you can build your best business, how you can do all of those actions so that you can create your life on purpose with purpose. And sometimes it's going to be a little bit drier of a topic, but it's still a valuable topic, because if you can really get deep into speaking to your person. We talked about this yesterday, being authentic, not performative, being authentic and saying, listen, these tools, they have changed my life. I think they can change yours. And then listening to what they're saying, because we all put up walls and get defensive when there's something new. We all do that. I do that. Oh, I don't know if I want to try that. I don't know if I want to go there. It's not familiar. It's not comfortable. I don't know if I want to do that. And then we try the thing. It's the best thing ever. Like, we all have that experience. Haven't you recently had an experience, or sometime in your life had an experience where you're like, I don't want to do that. And then you do it and you're like, I'm sorry, what took me so long to say yes to this thing? Whatever it might be. It could be a ride at Disney. It could be a food. It could be Energize. It could be anything. It's just sort of human nature to stay with the comfortable and the familiar and give yourself an out. And our job is to help people understand that life really is about the trying and the exploring and getting curious. What if we got curious about finding 20 minutes in our day to move our body? Could we feel better? What if we got curious about this incredible health shot that literally takes 30 seconds to make and drink, that could be a game changer for how you feel the rest of the day? What if we got curious about this little thing called Energize that sets you up for a morning routine? What if we got curious about dipping into a community that can help us live our best life? It is about the trying. It's about the getting curious. It's about the exploration. And what if we encouraged people to do that instead of being so hard ass about it? Like, I can't believe you won't try it. You got to get uncomfortable. You got to, no. What if you're like, what if we just try? What if we just try? Could you just try it? What happens if you just try and explore and get curious? And could we help people in a little bit of a softer, more inclusive way, rather than this, because life is in the trying and life is in the exploring. And there was a point in time in your life where you hadn't tried any of this. You know, I asked a question on someone posted yesterday, I think, oh, I'm just trying to stay motivated, but I keep asking people to join me and they say no. And my question back to her was, well, how long did it take you to say yes? And she goes, oh, a while. I'm like, well, then why are you now on the other side of it expecting everyone's going to say yes to you right away? Like, why are humans like that? You know, oh, it took me 8 months to say yes to this coaching thing, and now I'm a coach, and I'm like, why is everyone not saying yes? Because you're talking to people like you who took 8 months. You're talking to people like you. It's going to take them a little time. So what if we just came at this with a little softer approach in terms of, how about you try? How about we explore? Let's find out together. Let's get stronger together. Let's just find out, and let's just see what happens. And what if it's the thing that you didn't know you needed in life? And that is the probably top comment that I hear after someone gets all of this into their life, where it's products, programs, trainers, business, community, personal development, income, all the things. The comment that I hear the most, makes me the most happy, is, I didn't know I needed this until I got it. That's what we're going after. I didn't know I needed this until we got it. And if we could connect more people to our products, programs, resources, tools, community, personal growth, income, all the things, the more people we can connect to these, the more humans who are walking around just feeling better, I think we can change the world. I really do. I'm not naive enough to think that Energize is going to change the world, but I really strongly believe Energize is going to change me. The first thing is going to change me. That working out and lifting heavy weights is going to change me. That connecting with community is going to change me. That reading personal development is going to change me. That making more money is going to change me. All those pieces are going to change me. And then I can change the world. Because my energy is different, my vibe is different. I have more opportunity. I can change the world. It's not the Energize that's going to change the world. It's you who's going to change the world. So I hope that helps a little bit as you're going into your businesses and into your lives and even into your parenting. Can we come at this a little bit softer with an attitude of, let's get curious and let's find out together what might happen? Because what if it's the thing you didn't know you needed? And here it was. I hope that helps. I don't know if we'll be live tomorrow. Sometimes we take Fridays off. I definitely am going to the farmer's market tomorrow. So I will let you know probably tonight if we will have Energize Live tomorrow. We'll see what the schedule is tomorrow now that I'm home and not in LA since Josie's sick. It's so weird. Now I've got these 4 days. I'm like, what am I doing? Building my business. That's what I'm doing. Building my business. So let's go make it an incredible Thursday, make it a magical Thursday. Let's go help some people. Let's go make a difference. And most importantly, let's go create our life on purpose with purpose today. Happy Thursday.